Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We are here just heading toward the Sansha incursion. There's only really one, maybe two high-sec locations we can go to. So we're gonna hit as many of these large anomalies as we can. Um, and just try to farm up some, uh, merit points. So what I
Warp
need
drive active.
is under faction warfare. We are working toward a higher merit level because as we get a higher rank, we'll get better stats on our Marshal. We can show that to you here at the very bottom. Well, probably like in the middle now. But, you'll see this rank bonus per level. This does not just end at level 5. It will actually extend until level 8, I believe. Um, So,
Warp
you
drive
should
active.
definitely look at getting these by running the Sansha stuff or doing PvP, faction warfare. It is definitely a benefit. We're kind of keeping an eye on our distance here because I might be able to Sun Chaser there. I don't know if these ships actually do get Sun Chaser. Should probably consider looking at that. It would say if I had
Warp
Sun
drive
Chaser
active.
capability. Okay, so no, I don't see anything here. It's just gonna be a Sino jump. Yeah, just a regular jump drive. So yeah, that's not gonna help us at all. But we got it. We are on our way.
Warp drive active.
We're still pretty much in the same exact fitting that we were for yesterday's Dormant Realms. I considered upgrading the Scram and the Web, but that was gonna be close to 1 billion ISK right there, so I decided not to quite yet. But maybe after a couple weeks of Dormant Realm running, we can start looking at the more expensive modules.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, it's not going to be a whole lot of content this time around because there was only 2 high-sec locations for this invasion. Um, that's kind of been the running theme for late night North America. Um, we tend to get low-sec locations during our time. We maybe have like 1 or 2 high-sec
Warp drive active.
incursions during a week. Every time else is going to be low sec for us. So we gotta make the most out of this. Um, Trying to decide if I want to try and get like a good spawn that we can do, Or we can do this tomorrow at the 3 different times that they spawn. I doubt I would do it in the early morning one, or
Warp drive
late night
active.
in this case. The 2 a.m. spawn for me. But it would definitely be nice if I could do like the 11 a.m. and a late night one as well, but in between we'd have to fill the time. Not sure what we would fill it with. Probably just running the Dominic's Navy issue during that time. Or we could run the Marshals through missions during that time as well.
Warp drive active.
Hi Jitter, welcome. Maybe. Depends if Snoopy actually shows up. This might be the one where Snoopy doesn't get the stream streak. You never know. Nah, Snoopy's in here.
Warp drive
Hi Snoopy,
active.
how you doing today? Good to see you. So, one thing that we're doing here is utilizing the bonus to merit gain from the Marshal. You'll see we get 100% merit for repelling pirates, so that means instead of getting 60 merit points, we're going to be getting 120. We are also in the same faction for our faction warfare thing, which means that we can actually share merit between these characters as things die.
Warp drive active.
So it's very useful for very quickly grinding up merit. If I was in a position where I could take these things into a capital anomaly and help kill capital ships, like if the entire field was cleared of DPS, I could warp in and help my corp. That could be a lot of fun. But it's definitely questionable on whether or not we get enough bonus from it when we can just be running the normal large anomalies. Let me check here to make sure that we are on the correct settings. Yeah, that looks okay there. These are my Dormant Realm settings, so it should be fine. Yeah, looks good. Alright, looks like we're quite busy today. Lots of cyans coming through. Of course, I'm in three Marshals, so there's definitely going to be something to keep an eye on. I'm actually going to be playing a little bit more zoomed out than I normally would be. So I apologize for that, but I need to be able to see what's going on around these ships, which means you won't see the ships nearly as much anyway. So I've given you a little picture in the bottom right, and you can look at that if you really want to see the design of the ships. Alright.
Destination reached.
So, we are going to go ahead and get this party started. No, it's a little bit quiet being far away. Well, let's change this.
We're under attack.
Actually, what damage type do I need here? Okay, I still need explosive damage.
We're under attack.
We're gonna start with the main fleets, I think, because that's gonna be where most of the merit is.
Fleet war.
Aww. How'd you hurt yourself, Snoopy? How'd you get hurt?
Warp drive active.
Oh, look at them warping together. That's always such a good look. Oh no. Just a little bit of clumsiness, huh?
Warp drive active.
Alright, so when we get on the field, we're gonna use our activation here. And we actually kinda wanna
We're under attack.
use Fleet Orbit here.
We're under attack.
Okay, now we can start clearing things out. Now, of course, I am kind of basing this off of what I'm used to on the Cobras.
We're under attack.
So this might be a little bit sketchier, because I am lower,
We're under attack.
I am lower EHP, kind of, because of the resistance profile.
We're under attack.
But we should be fine overall.
We're being warp scrambled.
Oh no! Fell down the stairs with a laundry basket. Yeah, that'll happen. That'll definitely happen. Well, at least you're okay, though. Glad to see you're okay. A few scrapes and bruises are more than enough.
Under attack.
Now we're trying to keep an eye out for, like, merit. I'm not always gonna see it, unfortunately. Which I think I actually have to turn a setting on for that.
We're under attack.
Oh boy. Yeah,
We're
that's
under
rough.
attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
I could probably get away with using another Star Melody if I need to. There's not a whole lot in range that I would need it for, though. Everything else is kind of out of range. The main concern is just getting rid of, like, tacklers, and that's what Star Melody does really well at. We're running a little bit higher DPS than what the Cobras did
We're under attack.
when running this, so not bad. We can make it work.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah. Yeah, those people that I know that kind of need that. Put them in one of those big inflatable bubbles and
We're
let them
under
bounce around.
attack.
Okay, I can go ahead and use another one if I really need it. But there's only 2 ships left in range, so there's no point. Interesting, that, Sansha Major is not taking a whole lot of damage. It's not moving quickly. I mean, we've got it webbed and scrammed and everything, so it's just a huge resistance profile. 55% right now on that shield. So maybe it would be better if I ignore that and maybe go for, like, application.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah, that's a little bit better now that we're doing 7,000 damage instead of like 2,800 or
We're
something
under
like that.
attack.
With the application bonus, we are pretty much getting the same damage as we would just hitting a stationary target. I think that'll work out better for me in the end.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah, once you get through that shield, it's not too bad.
We're under attack.
I think we're still on the first wave. Yep, there was the 4.8 merits for that guy. Yeah, the whole rest of the wave is pretty easy, but that one Sansha nightmare
We're under attack.
is hard to kill. It almost wouldn't be a bad idea to roll for, EM instead. I don't know. I think we're gonna be fine with balanced, though.
We're under attack.
Man, I guess I gotta be careful. You guys are all getting concussions. I need to protect myself. Wonder if it's contagious. Gotta be careful. Somebody's going around giving out ass whoopings. Okay, so this one's targeted on the wrong ship. Honestly, these battleships are giving me a little bit of trouble compared to the Cobras. I think the Cobra drones are just so good. You can see all of the lasers going on here. It's actually crazy. One of the nice things about a missile or a cannon Marshal is you have such a good capacitor that you really don't care about the Nosferatus that are happening around you. You can pretty much just run without the Nosferatu, and you'd be fine. Now, on a laser Marshal, or a railgun Marshal, you're probably gonna want the Nosferatu, just to help stabilize that and offset the capacitor those use. Okay, here comes wave 2.
Enemy ships detected.
Yeah, Citadel module is a great way to offset that. Alright, let's go ahead and use our Star Melody. What's that? Help with that. Okay. Okay, there's still a bunch of stuff in range here. So I'll probably just go ahead and use my...
We're under
Star
attack.
Melody.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
The incoming damage seems fine, so pretty cool. I think we are way outdoing what we need to for... Interesting. Omni damage. For our fit.
We're under attack.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of missile guidance disruption here. There's just one. I have no idea which one of these Abaddons it is.
We're under attack.
Yeah. They definitely nerfed it a little bit, since the last time I've shown it. Yeah, 22 million, not bad.
We're under
So that's a
attack.
66 million without, commendations. And it is now 120 million.
We're under attack.
Just like that.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
I'm definitely glad that I have the higher damage resistance here.
We're under attack.
Makes a pretty big difference.
We're under attack.
It means I can still go passive. And honestly, I don't even know if I actually need the group shield booster. It just offsets damage a little bit. There seems to be quite a few things within range, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use my, Star Melody here.
We're under attack.
Yeah, I definitely need to upgrade to a Predator Scrambler and a Predator Web. Just for the extra range. It would be really nice.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Right now I'm using Caldari Navy, Republic Fleet, which gives me 27 kilometers. I'd be at, I think, 30 with a Predator. It's not very useful for these far-range ships, unfortunately. Yeah. If we're lucky, we might get, like, a true Sansha, something or other, for the Scrambler, though. Yeah. I'm just looking around, seeing all of the tracking disruption,
We're under attack.
and the target painters that are going on. And turret ships have a much worse time with this event. It's a lot harder for a ship with a turret.
We're under attack.
Can honestly drop these because there's not enough damage incoming to actually use them. Save some fuel. Alright, we've already gained like 200 points. Or more. That's pretty good.
We're under attack.
Yeah, so 1021, 1018, and 898. So that character's just a little bit behind. But if it gets the final blow on this Sansha Major,
We're under
it'll be
attack.
fine. Yeah. How do I get my merits to show up?
We're under attack.
Seems like... I've only seen it a couple of times here. Have to make sure I check loot and everything. I have these set by name, yes. Okay. Alright, combat has finished there. Now we go slow boat to the loot. Ooh, true Sansha web. Yeah, they're not the most expensive thing, but honestly not bad. We did actually get a Caldari Navy Scram, True Sansha web. 14.2, that is an upgrade for us. Couple of Caldari Navy stuff. Ooh. Wonder what these are going for. Ah, nothing. These are worth quite a bit, though. I'll take that. Alright, Imperial Navy Heatsink, a Marketeer Tracking Enhancer. Very nice. 40 million right there.
Fleet warp.
The nice thing about running battleships in the Sansha stuff is that a lot of people are actually running them.
Warp drive active.
So that means you've got pretty much all of these large fleets to yourself. It just makes for a good time. Just make sure my stuff is
Warp
up and
drive
running.
active.
Fleet orbit.
Alright, here we go.
We're under attack.
Yeah, I think Sansha has pretty well cemented itself as, like, the scariest high-sec content that they've ever put out, and the most dangerous. But they did warn people that they should be running in a fleet if they're running this. Yeah, some battleships are completely useless against this. Examples of that would be your sniper battleships, things like the strikers. The Navy battleships are okay, but they don't have the greatest capability here.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
The bombers are good. They've got enough tank, but they do take forever to do this. I don't like that my ships are kind of split targets right now. I would honestly prefer they not do that. Hello, Dorky. How you doing today? Good to see ya.
We're under attack.
We're just here, farming the Sansha incursion. I would assume Azazel would do pretty well because of the armor resistance that it has, and the Nosferatus. I don't really think it's got great tracking, though. I don't know how it does on that end. I could see something like a Vindicator doing okay, but only because of the web of fires.
We're under attack.
If it wasn't for the web of fires on the Vindicator, I think it would struggle a lot more. You know, it's honestly a really hard choice. Right now, with my current layout, I only have about 3,000 DPS. That's using the rapid fire module and C-type large missiles with only 2 of the activation times.
We're under attack.
Normally I'd have about 4,000, or close to 4,000 when I'm using the bonus, like the explosive damage bonus, but these guys have pretty high explosive resistance, so I have to ignore it. Nice, you went with a laser, Marshall? That's pretty cool. That's one of the more fun ways to play a Marshal.
We're under attack.
And I really do enjoy flying missile ships. They're just so good. I know they take a lot of, like, skills and knowledge on how to actually use them and get the most out of them. But once you do get into missiles, you start to realize that turrets are not always the best answer. Yeah, pretty much. If we ever get, like, the Python and it gets a Sea Whiz, that would be funny.
We're under attack.
Yeah, my actual EHP is quite a bit higher than this normally, but because of our, resistance profile here getting put all into EM and thermal, it's actually been brought down a little bit. Normally I'd be... God, I hate that glitch. Normally I'd be about 1.1 million EHP. And I go up to, like 7.6 or 7.8 million with the damage control on. I noticed it took us a lot less time to get through this first wave this time. That application bonus definitely helped. And swapping away from explosive.
We're under attack.
Once again, our ships are splitting DPS.
We're under attack.
Yeah, T3 Raven looks really cool. I really hope that we get like a DPS application version of it. It's going to be so good.
Enemy ships detected.
Should see a bunch of merits pop up as things die. I actually should have used this one in the bottom left first.
We're under attack.
To get some merits.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Also, how crazy is that? That we can just use back-to-back Marshall Star Melodies and just nuke entire waves like this. The only thing that keeps these waves alive is how far they are away and how many there are. Also a little bit about their health being quite a bit higher actually than what you would expect from an NPC ship. They've got good resistances, they've got a decent amount of health. Each of these ships are pretty comparable to the battleships that you find on DR-110. So they are quite tanky.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Yeah, if other factions get a similar event, that could be terrifying.
We're under
But it
attack.
would be really cool if maybe you had one faction per quadrant. You could make your choice of whether you want to go hunt the Angel Cartel, Baristas, the Blood Raiders, or these guys. The Sansha. It could be a lot of fun if we actually got to choose.
We're under attack.
DPS isn't high enough anymore, so we're gonna drop the shield boosters.
We're under attack.
It does take us a long time to chip through that nightmare. If we were using only EM, we would really get through that quite quickly. But then we'd be swapping between EM and application quite a bit. Yeah, people are dying because of capacitor, but here I am, no Nosferatu, just running a passive fit.
We're under attack.
Pretty much maximize my capacitor capability. The only thing better than this would be to have that Nosferatu, and I really don't even need it. Not for these guys. If we see one with Blood Raiders, oh yes, we're gonna need Nosferatu. I mean, the combination of lasers plus capacitor destruction that Blood Raiders would be, that would be probably the hardest invasion we've ever seen. That is a crazy interaction. Because so many people are shield spec'd, we would have to change our fit in our rigs to handle that.
We're under attack.
Luckily, Blood Raiders typically don't use, like, tracking disruption or anything like that.
We're under attack.
So it would just be the capacitor problems and damage to shields that we'd have to contend with. You can't go armor on your Marshal anymore? Yeah, that's so true. I could go either way with these Marshals right now. I would have to skill into armor rep, I think. Yeah, I would definitely have to skill into, like, armor repair, but I could handle Blood Raiders with this similar fit. The only thing is, on the armor rep version, I would run, one armor rep and the Citadel module instead. Oh, is there somebody in here with me? Why is that one taking damage?
We're
Oh no,
under
I'm still
attack.
focusing the wrong ship with that character. What in the world? I hit focus fire. Yes sir, have a good day, Dorky. Thank you for stopping by. Alright. Pretty easy, for our current fit. I am happy with that. At some point, we actually need to do the, Wayseeker combat test with these ships. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to make these things have a little bit better DPS for that. Have a good day, Snoopy. Thank you for joining me. Let's see, did we get a rank? Not yet. We're still quite far away from a rank. Yeah, a lot of us could be max rank right now, but we all kind of got lazy with the early Sansha invasions. Ooh, another tracking enhancer. Very nice. And nothing really important there. Alright. I guess we'll be working on the Vanguard fleets now. If there are some left. Large main, large main. Ooh, we got another main to do. Okay.
Fleet
Let's go
ready.
ahead and head that way.
Warp
If we
drive
can run it,
active.
we should run it. Uh, Is there one here?
Warp drive active.
Or is that in our local area?
Fleet orbit. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we have level 10s that spawn in our system. So as you upgrade, you'll get better ones, but yeah, you should definitely run them. If you have the option. Oh no.
We're under attack.
Yeah, sounds like you need another chameleon. Hey, that's another one to add to our reptile
We're
zoo.
under attack.
I didn't think about that one earlier.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
Alright, clearing this out pretty well. I don't think it's worth using the Star Melody here. Everything is
We're
kinda
under
out
attack.
of range. Yeah, the faction battlecruiser is gonna be so nice.
We're under attack.
I almost feel like they could have released it with this update to the Sansha stuff. Just for the medium, Sansha fleets. Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, we know we have a model in-game, because if you fight any of the Garista's enemies that have battlecruisers, you'll see a Drake with the Garista skin over it, and that's pretty much the alligator. Because I don't remember the alligator having any visual differences. It's pretty much just a Drake with a skin.
We're under attack.
Yeah, I feel like what they're doing right now is they're going to do like one update and have you preload all the content. And then as they need to release the content, they're gonna unlock it for us. I kinda wish we had a community that would do game, like, file diving. And I know some members of the community do it, but there's not been much that we can actually get from it. They're very good. This is actually pretty relaxing.
Attack.
Ooh, 34 million there. Got 26 there. Yeah, we're making some good ISK today on these Sansha encounters. 36. 36. What does that actually come out to? If we're at, like, what is that, 72? Almost 73 million on bounty per character with the commendations. Yeah, I actually think I'm pretty close to getting the minimum requirements for it. But as I understand it, the test server is not always active, so it won't be a whole lot of benefit to me.
We're under attack.
And I have to be very careful with it, because if I show anything that's in there that shouldn't be shown, that would be pretty much immediate video gone. I'd have to edit it and everything. And I can't really do that on stream. I'd have to delete the VOD pretty much immediately.
Enemy ships detected. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Not exactly. As far as I can see from what Virtual PGE has done, many times the new ships won't be on the test server for him to try out. Or they'll be severely bugged to where you can't even actually use them. That's what happened with the Lancer Dreadnoughts and the Bodyguards. Both of them, when they came out, Virtual literally could not use them for like a month. And then during that time, he couldn't even use the Lance or anything to show that off. And the Sea-Wiz wasn't working at that time either. So
We're under attack.
maybe if the test server was more reliable, open more often, I would probably push for it a little bit more. But as it sits, from the information that I have, from watching other YouTubers who had the partnership and left, it may not be as good as we had hoped.
We're under attack.
It would be nice, though, if it was working like that. Ooh, 48 merits for that battleship, by the way. That is pretty good.
We're under attack.
And it seems like I can drop the, reppers. Not enough DPS coming in until you need them.
We're under attack.
These marshals are making quick work of this. I like it. Very nice. You know, if we don't get the golem, I might consider turning the marshals into the 1 trillionist ship.
We're under
It's
attack.
definitely something to consider. Having full X-types, full 4P80 level 4 integrations
We're under
could be
attack.
fun.
We're under attack.
Hey, look at that. We ended up balancing out the 3 characters somehow. But now they're all pretty close in rank. And we're only about 300 points, well, 200 points from the next rank. So that next rank will probably put us above 3,000 DPS, to be honest. We are going to get 2.5% extra damage, 5% extra EHP, 5% shield boost amount. So, really actually good for us to get. Alright. Time for loot. off they go. Yeah, leveling faction rank is definitely time-consuming. Feel bad for Jenner because he did most of his before the Sansha update. And then after that, he did the other half in like 2 days. Nah, it was like a week of Sansha. Alright. I guess now we're gonna move on to the... Since we don't have any mains left. Oh, another large main spawned. Interesting. Vanguard is what I need. Oh, there's a showdown here. In Alatgur. See, who's in this system right now? 3 of me. And a bunch of other stuff. Do I want to do another main large? Yeah, I think I do.
Fleet warp.
As long as we have content, I should be continuing to run this.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, at some point we're gonna have to do, the Empire, not the Empire, the faction rank, the actual faction.
Fleet orbit.
Taking some heat on that one.
We're under attack.
Oh, is it just the 2 that are within range? Oh, that's unfortunate.
We're under attack.
Okay, right now, they are definitely splitting DPS now. That's good. When they were all focused on the one ship in the top right, that was getting a little sketchy. Oh my. That's gonna take a long time to get those points.
We're under attack.
There we go, we're starting to gain health a little bit.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
Oh gosh. Yeah, luckily I only kind of needed the 3 Cobra rigs, but I don't even need those now.
We're under attack.
Imagine they come out with a Marshal rig. Or a Concord rig. We're all gonna be dying trying to get it. What? Are you not attacking? Oh, you're attacking something else. Gotcha.
We're under attack. We're under attack. We're under attack.
Now we should be getting shared merit, but I don't really seem to see that.
We're under attack.
Yeah, it's very possible it'd be in the loyalty point shop. But it may also be like 1 billion loyalty points again. Kinda like the Marshall blueprint.
We're under attack.
Alright, who's gonna get the merit? Okay, top left got the merit. I feel like some of these Sansha battleships are a lot tankier than others. Like this one, I'm actually doing like 12,000 damage to the shields. Whereas the previous one that I was killing, I was only doing 9,000. Okay, do I use Star Melody again? There is only 7 ships left.
We're under attack.
And that could mess with me for the next wave. But I'd still have 2 Star Melodies, so it'd be fine. Give me enough time to get rid of some other stuff here. Another 32 million. Oh darn, that one battleship survived. Oh well.
We're under attack.
Here comes wave 2.
Detected.
Give them a little bit of time to cross that distance. Wow, we are definitely taking some heat here on that character. It's not crazy yet. We're still fine.
We're under attack.
But we do really need to start getting rid of some of these battleships here.
We're under attack.
There we go. We should have stabilized it a little bit there with that. You can definitely see a lot of hate coming for that top left ship. 13 target painters, 1 Nosferatu, 1 neutralizer, 2 neutralizers, 1 tracking disruptor, and 2 guidance disruptors. They are all targeting the top left ship.
We're under attack.
They are very upset, and I don't blame them.
We're under attack.
This is actually the only wave that's got one of my Marshals down to almost half shield. And we're still at like 66%. Now we're going back up. Interesting.
We're under attack.
Got about 6 seconds left on an activation. see if we can kill anything here. Yeah, you really have to get used to not caring about your shield on a passive fit, but you also don't want to completely ignore it, because if you notice that you're losing shield a little too quickly, you need to start targeting things that reduce DPS. That way, you can stop paying attention to it. It's a very unique thought process that you have to have with a passive fit. On an active fit, you really only care about the capacitor. Especially if you're kind of mimicking the resistances of the passive fit. That capacitor will be your downfall. I guess we're splitting DPS again. Yeah, you have a very, very fine line to walk on a passive fit. If you don't just outright resist them, like, at the top of your HP, you had better hope that you can resist them and out-heal them at, like, 30%, 25% of your shield. After you go below that 25%, you are done for. It is very hard to recover from that. But that's usually why passive fits will run a damage control and at least one extender. To kind of give their shields that extra 30 seconds to completely recover above that line again while they deal and kill whatever's around them. It is very, very important for a passive.
We're under attack.
Okay, we're gonna take care of this one. Yeah, it's definitely fun to use. It's one of those things where you don't care at all, or you really, really have to care about what you're doing. And during those times where you really have to care what you're doing, it gets really fun and really scary.
We're under attack.
In the end, if you survive, you feel like an absolute maniac. Alright, looks like we're down to the last ship here. So let's, start moving ships toward the loot. I would like to be able to rank up at the end of today. And we're a little bit behind here. But it's not that bad right now. Alright. I think in the future, if we ever see auxiliary shield boosters and auxiliary armor reps, you will probably find me running those. Quite a bit. Auxiliary shield boosters and auxiliary armor reps are similar to what we use for shield boosters and armor reps, except for they use fuel in order to run instead of capacitor. They usually have a higher repair amount, but once you run out of that fuel, you don't have reps anymore. And I could be a little bit wrong on that. You might be able to use them, but have like a severely reduced healing amount. But I'm pretty sure you just can't use them after you run out. Alright, that should be all of the main fleets. Yep, let's go ahead and move over to the vanguards. Vanguard fleets are a lot easier. We're pretty much gonna wipe the floor with these vanguard fleets. They're a quarter of the difficulty of what we just did.
Warp drive active.
There's really no problem with a vanguard fleet. Most battleships could probably handle a vanguard fleet.
Warp drive active.
We're under attack.
Alright.
We're under attack.
You can see there's only 6 ships in this first wave. A lot easier to deal with. This should give this ship the level up here. I don't even need the shield boosters. I don't know what I'm doing here. We're just gonna drop the group shield boosters and save the fuel. I don't need it. you can kind of tell the DPS difference as well.
Under attack.
We were kind of being tested a little bit in the main large fleets. But the Vanguard large were just not even being touched, really. We still have the DPS requirements to try to kill these things. But it's a lot easier. I do wonder if somebody is working on that, showdown. I haven't seen anything yet that suggests otherwise. I honestly feel like I should just turn off my missiles here on this character. There we go. We're fine now.
We're under attack.
Let one of my other characters get the kill. Oh, we're so close. Next wave we'll probably have it. Remember, we're currently getting double the merit that would normally drop. So we're going about as fast as we can to try and do this. We've had some good bounty ticks today. I mean, 23, 26, 36, 34. Pretty quick way to make a few 100 million. Don't think anything's left in this range here.
We're under attack.
Webifying doesn't really seem to help much here. Maybe we go up a couple thousand damage. Maybe. But I really don't see a difference. Oh, there's another bounty tick of... What is that? 34 million.
We're under attack.
That, I think alone, is probably worth getting the Marshal for, or a really good battleship. Running these is like being able to run laboratory missions, like, all the time. Except for you can only do it during certain periods of the day, and once it's gone till the next reset. The loot is pretty decent as well. I mean, where are we at right now for that? We're at about 300 million in loot. Not actually. The actual value is probably less than that. By quite a margin, actually. We're probably getting at like 50% of that value, if I had to guess. But still, considering 150 million in loot, it's pretty much like half of our bounty ticks that we've gotten today. Do I have anything funny that I can throw on these characters? Yeah, I've got some projections. So can we see what that looks like? Pretty cool. And then this one has the stone lion. I really want to get that top loser one for all three of these. That's probably my favorite one. Alright, we have cleared that out. You'll notice that was 2 waves, really easy to do. Not bad at all. So we've not been that lucky, unfortunately. We've only gotten one of those true Sansha webifiers. And surprisingly, we have not gotten a true Sansha scrambler either. Interesting. Yeah, I got that large fleet done. Let's head to the next one.
Fleet warp.
Nice that we don't have to use the,
Warp drive active.
that we don't have to use the group shield boosters for this.
Warp drive active.
Where is the drop-in point for this thing? There we are.
Fleet orbit.
And we've almost got a few things in range. Right, are we leveled? Yes, we are now Lieutenant on Cadet Walker. And we are pretty close. Oh, that's Warner. This is Walker over here on the right. And Rita is pretty close as well. Stop my missiles on this one.
Attack.
Let one of my other alts kill him.
We're under attack.
Alright. I don't know which one got it. Looks like Rita got it. I wonder how they're gonna balance the integrated nanocores from here on out. We already know that there's been like a few really, really good nanocores. And it seems like they want to add like an attack based part of the nanocore as well, instead of the E-War and defense ones that we have. You would have like an additional attack nanocore you could throw in there. That's gonna be kind of crazy with what we already have.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
I do kind of wonder what like a DPS integrated nanocore would look like. I'm assuming it would just be 2 auspice nanocores, or like an auspice nanocore and a thermomagnetic nanocore, maybe. If you wanted to go like full DPS, you'd also have like double star melody is the closest we have right now. Yep, that is not what I meant to do.
We're under attack.
Said your goal for integration is Soaring Dragon and Seaways. Interesting. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense if you're gonna be going up against, like, small fleets a lot. It would probably be a good idea. Okay, we're gonna let that one character finish that off.
We're under attack. We're under attack.
Because that gave us 48 points, which got us to 1442. 1481. We're still trying to, like, balance all of these ships a little bit. I'd like to keep them fairly similar to each other for getting up in rank. But that does also mean it slows me down a bit. And being that this is like the fastest that you could do this, it almost begs the question if it would be worth going into like a full DPS fit and killing a few capital ships once they cleared the grid.
We're under attack.
It would probably yield a lot better results, if I had to guess. Oop. Thank you, Microsoft Defender, for telling me there is no virus threats I appreciate the hard work. Three points away. Alright. How much fuel have I gone through today? We've been going for about 2 hours. So it should be... Yeah, we've been through about... almost 400,000 fuel. Which is quite a bit. I honestly wonder if it would be better to do double Star Melody, or to go with 1 Star Melody and 1 Auspice. That way, if you don't need the Star Melody to clear things out, but you needed more DPS, you can just run the Auspice. That's something I might have to consider doing. Alright, we're gonna do 1 more large Vanguard. And that looks like it's the last one that's here.
Warp drive active.
Which is pretty nice. We've been able to stay in system for a long time. We're not even going, like, as fast as we probably could go. But I also don't need to go that fast.
Warp drive active.
Oh. Hello, everybody. Okay, we'll leave you be. Don't worry about us. Alright. We're gonna head toward the station, I think.
Fleet War.
Oh, wave 2. It's fine.
We're under attack.
Scrammed.
We're under attack.
Okay, it looks like we need to go back to that one.
Warp drive active.
Alright, I should be landing on them. There we are. See if maybe another station has,
Fleet warp.
some friends on it.
Warp drive active.
$14.48, huh? Yeah, I think this one did have enemies on it at one point.
Fleet warp.
Yeah, it seems like the roaming fleets have
drive
kind of
active.
been killed at this point. Alright, let's go to the next system. I believe it was Orleon? No, Damnolin. Alright.
Fleet jump.
Let's go ahead and move into that next system. See if there's anything there for us.
Warp drive active.
It is really nice to have Marshals again. I did very much miss having the Marshals. Ooh, Angel Inquisitor. Kinda wanna run that just for fun.
Fleet warp.
I don't know if I should, though.
Warp drive active.
I've got 3-star melodies, so it's not, like, a horrible idea. But we're kinda here for the Sansha stuff. There's a couple of capital mains still, there's a capital raid. Wow, this is mostly untouched here. Interesting.
Fleet warp.
Yeah, we'll leave this alone. We'll let somebody else run it if they want to.
Warp drive active.
I'm pretty sure that the people that are here are running the capital stuff.
Warp drive active.
Fleet orbit.
God,
We're under attack.
I'm in a Vanguard, not a main. Alright, so that means this character is now leveled up in the bottom left. There we are. Very nice, Lieutenant. On 2 different characters now. And we're kind of waiting on this one to catch up. So we're going to get this Sansha Major really low. We'll turn off 2 of our weapon systems here as we get closer. But we pretty much need to get it down to a couple of shots. Okay, we'll let that one finish it off. Gonna put us really close to that sergeant
We're
rank.
under attack.
Only a few points away. So we're gonna change targets on this one and see if we can give that one the kill. Alright. And that puts us at Lieutenant for all 3 of them for today.
Enemy ships detected.
Yay. All lieutenant. Very good.
We're under attack.
And I think after this, I will call it a night.
We're under attack.
I don't intend to grind out this entire area as well. It's just a lot of extra work. And we've had a very successful day. I mean, another 21 just came through. Go until you can buy cyans. Oh god. Although I do need to pick up a revelation, I think, on one of my characters. It won't take too long to make what we need. It would probably take another 2 weeks to get the ISK we need to buy one revelation. So we're not far off. I have a place that I want to park it. Question is whether or not I can actually park it there or get to it. I might need some logistical help with that. But if I can get one revelation on one of these characters, we can start doing, like, capital anomalies and things. Like I said, that's still a while off. We're probably looking at maybe 2 more weeks of Dormant Realm to afford a revelation.
We're under attack.
It's funny how much easier it is to grind out, like, a T1 capital ship than it is to even consider buying a Marshal. What's the current cost of a Marshal right now? Ships. Battleships. Okay, so they've come down a little bit. We're down to 130 billion, which is a bit more reasonable. Not a crazy amount more reasonable, just a little bit. Alright. Well, that pretty much does it for me today. We've had a very successful day. We made a lot of ISK. Got a lot of modules, too. Not sure how much we'll actually end up getting out of this, but it'd be nice if we could get a decent price on it. Anyway, yep, I think that's it for me. We did what we set out to do today. which was get one of our ranks out of the way. It's a really long grind to the next one. And then it gets longer, and then it gets really long, and then I don't want to do it anymore. That's pretty much where that is. As a battleship, it's hard enough to grind to major, but it's too much going up above that. In the very least, I want to have the 5 levels, so if we can get through Captain into Major, that'll give us the 5 levels. I don't really need to get the last 3. It's more than enough bonus that we have right now. Alright. Thank you all so much for
Autopilot
joining me
engaged.
today. And thank you all for your support. It has been awesome over the last few days. Incredible. Lots of comments, lots of
Warp drive
cool
active.
information. So thank you all so much for helping me, and I will see you on the next one. Take care, and be safe.